Hey, what's going on, everybody? A couple of days ago, my power steering pump ended up going out. So today we're going to go ahead and replace it. Car's 2013 Genesis Coupe. It's the track V6 manual transmission. Never done a power steering pump before, but we're going to learn today. All right. First thing I'm going to do is show you guys what the car sounds like with it started. Before you go ahead and start yanking the car apart, a few things that you want to troubleshoot, especially when you got that whining noise coming from your power steering pump. Obviously check, make sure you have fluid in the reservoir. Check to make sure there's no leaks or anything like that, any kinks in the line. I've already done that, and we don't have any of those secondary issues, so my diagnosis is going to be the power steering pump, which is located right there. It's really just two bolts that are bolting it to the engine. Obviously, we got the serpentine belt, and then the lines themselves are right there. So we're gonna have to go ahead and get that pulled apart. First thing you need to do is take off the shroud. That guy right there, I've already taken it off. It's just 4 screws. I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna go ahead and remove kind of my intake shroud and the intake as well, just to give me a little bit of extra clearance to be able to get to the line down there. It looks like it's going to be a tight squeeze, and then the bolt that it looks like it's mounted to, one of them's kind of in the back right there, and then you got the one that's right there. That shouldn't be too hard to get to. First thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to get the car on some jack stands. I'm going to go ahead and drain out all of the fluid, and then we'll go ahead and start, we'll complete the disassembly. Alright, so I just finished emptying out the reservoir, just using a turkey baster there. That's the fluid that I got out of it so far. Next thing I'm going to do is come down underneath to where the, I think it's like the heater line for the fluid. It kind of runs down along the front of the car here. I've seen some guys on YouTube and other videos like pull the front bumper off. I'm not going to pull my bumper off just because I actually found a much easier way to get to it than to taking the whole bumper off. If you just kind of slide your way down underneath. On the splash guard, there's literally just one screw. Just take that guy out. It's just a plastic push pin right there. And after that, you can just flop this down and you got access. See if I get some light here. You got access to the lines, the exact lines that we need, that we're trying to get to, and it's these two guys right here. And the one that we're looking for is going to be this bottom line. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it, and we'll start draining the rest of the power steering fluid. All right, so this next step, if you have a buddy to help you out, it's really nice. Just somebody to actually jump inside the car and turn the wheel left and right for you. I just had my son come out and do it, but I couldn't hold the camera and hold this water bottle up at the same time. So if you can see, I got gosh, I'm a terrible cameraman, I apologize. Let's see if I can get in there. Okay, yep. So I got the bottom line disconnected, and then the hose, I just went ahead and connected it straight to the water bottle. Make sure you do not turn your turn on the car. Just go ahead and turn the ignition on to loosen up the wheel lock, and you just turn the wheel left or right. I went ahead and took out the air filter, or the air box. I highly recommend you taking yours out. I had the aftermarket one in, but the stock one takes up even more space. But you can see you got clear access down to the power steering pump. So there's that bolt right down there on the back side that we need to get to, and then obviously we got our fluid attachment line right there, so we'll need to pull that guy off. And then we got the one bolt up front right there that we're gonna have to pull off. First thing we need to do is loosen up the belt. Always take a picture or have like a printout of what the belt pattern looks like, the way that it's looped through. I already took a picture. is just get, I believe it's I got an 18mm socket. Just go ahead and put it on the tensioner pulley, which is down there. Now there's a second bolt. That's a 17mm bolt. That's not the one you want. The one that you need is right next to it, kind of off to the right. Just go ahead and put it in there. You can either get a breaker bar or a ratchet. Make sure you turn it to the off position if you do have a ratchet. And then from there, try and do this with one hand, hold the camera. It's got to push to the left, and you can see that loosens up the tension on the belt. And then I'm just going to go ahead and remove the belt on this side. So I got the old pump out. Getting that back bolt was kind of a pain in the butt because it's definitely a tight squeeze back there, but I was able to get it out. They look pretty much identical. So I'm going to go ahead and get this new one installed. So I got everything bolted up back now. The new power steering pump is in there. Got the pulley on. All the bolts are torqued down. So I got this this like European power steering fluid. I know you guys may be saying, hey, the car's Korean, like why do you got that? Well, I do know that the service manual calls for the CHF 202 style fluid. So just make sure you get the European style stuff, or I guess in this situation the Prestone is European style. However, there are several different other brands. Just make sure it's CHF 202. Nice thing about putting the fluid in the bottle, I can kind of tell roughly how much fluid I actually took out. So there's probably about a bottle and a half, because I do have some in the pan there. So I completely just emptied that whole bottle into the reservoir there. I completely just topped it off, so I'm gonna start bleeding the system. So I'll show you how to do that right quick. So went ahead and got that guy in there, got the top back on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the top off just so we can let some of that air escape. Yeah, so we'll leave the top off. Come around over here. Get to the car. You can go ahead and turn the ignition on. Do not start the car. And then from there, just turn the wheel left and right a few times. And then after that, you'll be able to go ahead and top off the fluid again. Alright, got the air box back on. Now let's go ahead and start up and see if we fixed it. Right, so as you can see, that winding noise is gone from the power steering pump. So it looks like it was a successful install. One thing to keep in mind is that you may be surprised at exactly how many times you have to twist the steering wheel back and forth to make sure that it's fully bled. I spent maybe a good 15-20 minutes just working on it, because when I originally did it, there was still some vibration in the steering wheel as I was turning it, and I did some research, and it just showed that there was still some air pockets kind of left in the system. So really just take your time, make sure you get all the air bled out the system. All in all, I'm probably in this maybe about 3.5 to 4 hours in terms of just total time working on it. So yeah, it's probably nowhere near as fast as what a professional mechanic can get this knocked out in. But like I said, I saved a buttload of money, and I had the day off today anyway. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped you guys out if you're having the same issue. Yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.